Hi, I'm pretty good with money. I'm pretty good with numbers. I make elaborate spreadsheets, amateurize things. I plan them out to the distant future, and I can tell you how much I spent on food in July of 3 years ago. But there's something I don't know a lot about, and that's taxes. And I will certainly never know as much as a certified tax professional, which is why, despite everything else, I always go to one. Now, I'm not affiliated with H&R Block or anybody like that, but I fervently believe that you should use a tax professional because they know more than you. Example, this year, these are my taxes. I went and got them done today. When the guy put in all of my normal stuff, the first refund amount that came up was $230. Not bad, because I have things filed where I'm trying to get kind of zero. I'm not filing extra deductions to save money to get back in a refund, and I'm not filing too few where I'll owe money. I want to be in that happy zone of not loaning the government my money interest free. So $230, not too bad. However, then my CPA starts working his voodoo magic because he knows the tax laws, and he's suddenly able to get me completely out of the healthcare fee that happened this year because he knew something about comparing the amount that I'm paying for healthcare now versus the amount that was offered at my previous employer, and he magic some way in there where he proved that I couldn't have possibly paid that on my previous salary, a la all of a sudden I don't have a $500 healthcare fee for not having health insurance for most of this year. Whoa, right? So up my thing goes. All of a sudden then I'd given him my moving expenses list, and he says, well, there's also this mileage thing where if you move more than 50 miles away for work, then you get a certain amount back above deduction level for each mile that you moved. I moved over 800 miles. I got way more. All of a sudden, my deduction, I'm getting back $902 now. If I had filed this myself, not a chance in hell. I don't know those codes. I don't know those weird little things that allow you to get out. This is the one time where I will choose every single time the thing that costs me money over the thing that I can do for free. I know how tempting it is to file your taxes for free. You're thinking, oh, I just saved like $150 to $300 on an accountant or CPA. Why would I spend that when I can do it for, $19.95 online? Because you don't know what you're doing. Oh, it stuck to my sweater. You don't know what you're doing. I know a lot of things. The ins and outs of tax law. Not one of them. Dave Ramsey highly recommends using someone that knows what they're doing to file your taxes. Yes, it costs money. Yes, it's worth it. Every single time. One year I did everything but press send on an online, it was like a free TurboTax type thing, and just to see how much I would get back for myself, and then I went to a CPA and had them do it. The difference was $1,000. Now, I am not talking about any sort of shady CPA or anything like that. Do not go to anyone that will claim you're a Wiccan or will check something that says you're, a practicing voodoo priest in order to get you a little bit of money back. No, go to the legitimate professionals that just know tax law better than you. There's just not much else to say. I agree with Dave on this. I've done this for years. It cost me $150 to get this done today, but the difference between the basic file of what I would have to do, by the way, I had to file in 2 states because I moved last year. Oh, that's the other thing. If I had filed, I would have filed only in Arkansas, and they would have taxed me at a higher level on my income for the entire year. That's the way that works. That's what I would have done. If I had gone online, I would have just clicked, well, which state are you filing your taxes in? Arkansas. And I would have done that. Because my CPA knows what he's doing, he made me a partial year resident of Arkansas so that I would only be taxed on the money that I made here, and then the money that I made in Louisiana, I was taxed on their rate, which is apparently much lower. That saved me so much money. He went through the numbers with me, and I'm not going to stick you through all of this stuff, because look at this packet. I can't be responsible for this. It's just better. I can't say that enough. And some of you guys may disagree with me. You'll say, I've been doing my taxes myself for years. I always get a hearty refund. I don't think I'm missing anything. You're probably missing something. If it's not a complicated return, even then, the first year that I filed taxes, I think I was 18 or 17. I might have been 17 because I was working like a little job at like a department store type thing, and I tried to do my own thing. It's so confusing. I ended up accidentally saying I was from Guam. Still don't know how I did that. Thank God I went to the library on one of those days. They were helping people with theirs, and I've never seen a person laugh so much in my life when they were looking through. Oh yeah, and the refund that I filled out said that I owed $2,000. And, you know, I was like 17, 18. I'd only made like $4,000 or $5,000 that year. It was so messed up. Now, I've learned a lot since then, and I'm sure I wouldn't be quite as inept at filling out my tax form. But at the same time, it is so worth $150 and an hour of my time to have someone who knows what they're doing do it for me. Another point, if the IRS messes up somewhere, and apparently this happens a lot. I've heard so many horror stories. All of a sudden you get a letter from the IRS saying you owe X amount of money because they were looking for something in one line and it was in a different one. They, you know, they don't go through those things with a fine-tooth comb usually unless you're being audited. All I have to do with that letter is bring it to my tax guy and be like, and they'll fix it. And that's the guarantee with pretty much everybody. They, if they messed up, tax people, or if the IRS overlooked something, then they'll take care of it. As long as you were not lying. Now, if I was lying on my tax returns, yeah, duh. But I'm not lying on my tax returns. If someone else messes up somewhere, which with the billions of tax returns going into the IRS office is just an inevitability, I'm not responsible for that. I have professionals that are going to fix that for me. And that is so much sweat off my brow. It's just a better way to do. So, please take my and Dave's advice. Go to a tax professional this year. I have never regretted it. Never once in my life. And especially this year because my refund went from $230 to $990, which I can use for a lot of awesome stuff. I can put that towards savings, or I can put that towards my student loan debt. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it yet because I have been trying to build a slightly bigger emergency fund. I don't know how long I'm going to be in Arkansas, and so I like to have a get out of Dodge moving fund in place. But it's either going to go to my long-term or my savings or my debt, and you know that's that's a lot of money that I wouldn't have been able to do that with. That's a very big amount of money that would not have been available to me had I not gone to a tax pro. So here's the thing. A lot of times we talk about not acting like you're wealthy. Like, don't carry the Coach purse and have $10 in it when you could have a Kmart purse and have $290 in it. But in this particular case, if you want to be wealthy, act like the wealthy do. You would never see a millionaire doing his own taxes. No. They know how to utilize the system. They hire people that are able to get them the tax breaks. And whether you agree with it or not, that's what they do. The tax breaks and the deductions, and that they're filed to be the most beneficial for them. So And we have the same opportunity. We have the exact same opportunity to have someone that knows what they're doing deal with our wealth. So in this case, I think that's what you should do. You can yell at me below if you want, but I'll be sitting here with about $700 I wouldn't have had. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Please file early. Have a plan for your refund if you are getting one. And if you owe money, take care of that. Take care of that. Change your deductions this year so you don't have that issue again. All right, I love you. See you soon.